Cancer. Hi, I'm excited for this forecast. Thanks for joining me for your May 2017 forecast for the month. There's a lot going on, but it's a month that you can take a step back and breathe. There's rest and reprieve with May. And we need that because we have a lot of retrograde planetary energy. It's hard to push forward, but for Cancer, you've got the 12th house activated, and 6 weeks prior to your solar return, it's time to wind down and assess the full year and receive a lot of information in this downloading time where your 12th house is activated. But let's start. I want to thank you also for subscribing to the channel and for your donations. I really appreciate what I receive, and I'm very grateful. And also thank you for liking me on Facebook and following me on Instagram. So let's get to it. On the 3rd of May, we have Mercury direct at 24 degrees of Aries. So this is squaring Cancer because it's a cardinal sign like you are. So when Mercury is direct here, you have the energy of a little bit of discord, wanting you to communicate in the career is what it is. Something needs to be said for Cancer in the 10th house. And now that Mercury is direct here from the 3rd of May through the 15th, you can express yourself and be understood to the fullest potential. This will work for you. This could be about receiving promotion, or maybe you were denied some kind of promotion and you'd like to discuss this. And I can see that when Mercury was retrograde as well as Venus in April. Maybe some of you were overshadowed in the 10th house where they were both placed. But now Venus direct here and Mercury direct in this career sector, you're moving forward here, Cancer. This is about title progression, promotion, being seen and recognized in a great light. Maybe the star will come up for you here. On the 10th, we have our full moon at 20 degrees of Scorpio in the 5th house of children, creative endeavors, entrepreneurial endeavors, risk-taking, romance, true love, passion, all of that's the 5th house, taking a gamble in love. Our full moon is an awareness to this sector, and I feel like there's an illumination in your romance of something that needs to be seen so it can be figured out, move forward from it. Maybe you are intuitively receiving some information regarding 5th house of romance and love. The full moon in Scorpio is an intuitive placement. A full moon in a water sign in general is a very psychic energy. So pay attention to dreams 2.5 days before and after the 10th of May, as I think they can help you determine what's best for you at this time. Some of you will be seeing some of the children going back to school or being put into schooling at this time. Maybe some kind of spring break, even though that feels earlier. Something was on pause, they're going back to school. It applies very differently, obviously, for everyone, but some of you are putting an end to an entrepreneurial endeavor. Some of you don't want the risk anymore. You need security and foundation is what I feel is coming into play in the 10th house of career. So maybe you're closing the door on working for yourself, only if you're feeling that way. It's not like your career will end just because the full moon is there. If you're already vibing in that direction, this could see that catalyst energy help tip the scales in that favor. But if things are going smooth, it's not that it's going to come to an end. Something will be seen in that sector that needs to be tweaked for you. Between the dates of the 10th and the 14th of May, there's a beautifully aspected trine in between Mars and Jupiter. Mars stationed in the air sign of Gemini and Jupiter in the air sign of Libra. For the full year, Jupiter's there. But this impacts the quiet sectors for Cancer. The psychic ability, the 12th house, the intuition, the dreams, and the 4th house of home and family and mother and environment and foundation. Your secure sector where Cancer feels comfortable. The home environment. Now in this time frame, there is an expansion here. There's activity in these sectors. Maybe you're dreaming a lot in home. You're resting at home, 12th house of rest. And Cancer, if you were ever looking for a 3 or 4 day period of time in May to take some downtime, the 10th to the 14th is working. On the 12th, you should rest actually, because the moon is at its apogee, and that's when it's furthest away from the earth, and we require rest at that time. So yeah, that's the time period for a Cancer mini break and probably a staycation in the home. On the 15th, Mercury moving forward into the sign of Taurus transits in the 11th house through June 6th. Very social energy for Cancer. Communication, information, contacts, calls, messages, Mercury. The details, information planet. In the 11th house of social sector, activity, friendships, goals. So take your rest from the 10th to the 14th, absolutely, and then get ready to get social from the 15th on. Lovely energy for the clubs that you are affiliated with. I think Cancer might have some new memberships coming up, joining the right organizations, joining the right charities and groups, friends, following the friend's lead maybe, and taking some kind of membership that a friend's involved in can stimulate you. Like, oh, I want to do that too. And that's through June 6th. On the 19th, Saturn in Sagittarius is also trining another fire sign, Uranus, in Aries. Exactly at 26 degrees. So it's an exact trine on May 19th. I would circle that date for a sudden development in your work and career and routine, Cancer. These planets are stationed in your work sectors, 6th and 10th house, Saturn in the 6th, and Uranus in the 10th. So sudden insight and sudden unveiling and revelation in career has been happening for a while for Cancer. And this aspect is no different. I think that you have sudden elevation occurring on the 19th in your career. For those of you who are definitely reporting to someone else in that time, in job, in work, this could see the regimen change, the route, how you're working, who you're reporting to could change instantly. That's interesting. The authority figure is displaced potentially with Uranus in the 10th. Losing bosses is the theme. Not losing them like you can't find them or they've passed, but they go to other jobs. They retire in the 10th. They are no longer the person you report to, so there's a displacement there. Something on the 19th is going to attempt to elevate the Cancerian into new work or a new role at work. So pay attention on that day and leave a comment on how it applies to you. On the 20th, the Sun enters Gemini. We're here already at that time of year. The Sun entering Gemini on the 20th will be conjunct Mars. That doesn't happen every year. And then 5 days later, on the 25th, World Tarot Day, our new moon is at 4 degrees of Gemini. So from the 20th on is also another restful period, which is interesting. So your action is from the 15th to the 20th in a big way, but Mercury's in the social sector through June 6th. It's going to be back and forth for Cancer. Working, action, play, rest. You've got nice energies for all of that. But when the Sun, the Lord of the sky, the Lord life force enters a sector, we tend to heed that energy more than any other. Conjunct Mars and the new moon. So 12th house of psychic ability, release, addictions, releasing old habits, old thought patterns, outdated and outweighed modes of thinking. You also have Jupiter in your 4th house. This is about expanding the home renovations. Expanding, Jupiter wants to expand the 4th house of the environment you're living in. Maybe some construction, maybe some New people in the home. Who is living in the home is being expanded as well when Jupiter's in the fourth. And you naturally rule the fourth house, so you are comfortable with this placement. Let's get to the cards. I'm shuffling the Cosmic Tarot by Norbert Loesch. I don't often ever use this. In fact, I've never used it in a YouTube video, but I am drawn to it this week. I've been using it in my client readings, so I've been shuffling. Look how gorgeous. Don't you love the artistry? The illustrations are what get me, and the meanings. I can just get into a tarot card. So if you'd like to book with me so I can get into your tarot cards, you can find me at audreyalison.com. I read all through the week. And I just dropped your cards into those 4 piles below me, face down. And if you are curious as to how I read as a reader and my ritual process of connecting with the tarot and the magic of tarot itself, consider taking my course. And if you expand the Show More section below, there is a link that will take you directly to my online tarot course and the registration portion of the course. I just finished writing and publishing this course on March 20th, and I've got several students in there. We're having a great time. It's an interactive, go at your own pace course, so check that out below if you're interested. Cancer, your first card, 5 of Coins. Some Cancerians feel like they didn't get what they were worth, and this is going to apply to your career. Oh, didn't I say something about you were looked over or something regarding the boss figure? This is that card, you know, thinking you didn't have what it took or you don't have what it takes, false. You're being renegotiated is what I'm getting. Let's come up here. Judgment. Judgment's been out a lot in May. This is about the past, recalling the past. We have 40% of our planets retrograde, so you can bet the past is coming up. But I think this applies to career. What did Cancer get passed up on? You didn't miss the boat. I think this is about divine timing, perfect timing. I want to see the Wheel of Fortune up in here. 7 of Pentacles, now we're talking. This is work, getting to work, regimen, routine, 10th house, 6th house, Saturn here. Keeping your head down and doing your work says a lot more than talking about how you didn't get what you want. Prove to authority you deserve what you want by getting to work. Prove to authority that you're worth it just by getting your work done. And it's seen now. Something is seen for you now. Princess of Wands. She's new. She hasn't showed up in the readings, but this is about getting to action. Fire sign female, possibly younger. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But the Princess or Page of Wands is about movement and getting the body to move. Maybe dance, yoga, some kind of class. The 11th house. Some of you are taking some kind of body courses. Movement, yoga, Pilates, dance. Some kind of expressive, action-oriented course with the Page of Wands. And the Sun. Oh my gosh. What second most benevolent card in the Tarot? The Sun itself. The life force. Happiness, children, marriage, success, 10th house, success. The light is shone upon you. The sunlight. You're being seen in the career. You've got 2 coin cards. Outcome is the Sun. What you thought you were passed up on, just get to work. You'll prove yourself through your work. There's no other evidence needed. You have 0 communication cards for the Swords. You have 0 cup cards for getting your emotions all worked up in it. Just get to work, Cancer. Easier said than done, but you know, for those of you who believe in angels, I don't think you'd really, well, maybe you would be here if you don't believe in angels, but I believe in angels. I have seen and heard too much to not believe in them. This is a card of angelic wisdom and judgment and being looked down upon by archangels, people who have passed. And I don't believe they want you passed up for anything you deserve either. So the only thing you really have to do, take your rest when needed, get to work when possible, allow spirit to assist, and you will get what you are due. You can trust that with the sun as an outcome card. I love it. And, you know, the sun entering Gemini, we're entering warmth. Cancer needs that. It's, oh, your solar return's coming up. That's also why the sun appeared. The birthday is appearing in 6 weeks or so. The sun will be heading towards Cancer, or at least when I'm putting these up, it'll be happening. And I feel like you need to get in that sun, get in that warmth. I'm excited for you, Cancer. I'm wishing you a beautiful May, and remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.